It is a beautiful night in Brizzy, as in Brisbane, Queensland, Australia. And today is January 2nd, and I am hoping, and to be quite honest, praying a little bit, that I'm about to share something really special with you. I am about to enter the Enchanted Garden. And I came into Brizzy last night, and I was just kind of curious to see what was happening. And I saw the Enchanted Garden on Google Maps. And I looked at it and I thought, what is this? Well, the Enchanted Garden is a beautiful, beautiful display of lights at the Roma Parkland Park here in Brizzy. So I was fortunate enough to get a ticket, and I am about to go through. But before going through, I thought I would just share a little bit of the waiting area with you. And the waiting area has all types of vendors here. It's a big, beautiful lawn, and you can see here is a place where you could get yourself some burgers. That's Bill's Burgers, and they have the cutest little stands here. This is the Wiener Wagon gourmet sausages. Look at this: sausages, fries, and milkshakes if you're so inclined. The Wiener Wagon gourmet sausages, and there's no shortage of choices here. Here is the charcoal barbecue something or another. But this place here seems to be quite popular. This is Ruby, and Ruby 99 flake Ruby lollies. And look at this adorable little caravan or whatever, little bus. Imagine seeing this thing driving down the road, and everybody here I think is waiting for some ice cream. Isn't that adorable? Freshly made just for you. That really is cute. Maybe I'll get myself a little ice cream before the night is through. I'm trying to spend just a few moments here before I actually go inside. They give you time slots. So you see there is the super whipped ices and lollies and all that. But they give you time slots. So when you come in, you get a time slot to go in, and you can go in. My time slot is between 8 o'clock and 8:45. And they said once you get in, you can stay in as long as you want. Now look at this. This is gelato. So I think there's a little bit of a competition going between Ruby's and the Gelato A Go-Go. Look at this little beautiful rig right here. Oh, that looks gorgeous. Look at that. So I'm going to have to decide whether I'm going to go for the Ruby's or the gelatoagogo.com.au. You can go and check that out. But look at this. Isn't that something? All right, I'm gonna we'll come back over through this way here, see what else. I'm just kind of getting an idea as to what I might want to eat before or after I come out of the garden. This is the satay house. Looks like some Asian food right there. Oh, this looks wonderful. This is really nice. What a beautiful evening in Brizzy. I was a little bit on the fence, so to speak, as to whether or not I should spend an extra evening here in Brizzy before heading to what's become a little bit of my adopted hometown here in Australia, and that would be wonderful Toowoomba. Here's the wild risole. You could get yourself a burger, and then what place would be complete without a pizza? Look at this. They're actually making pizza right there in their van there. They have a wood-fired stove making up some pizza. So with that being said, I'm going to see if I can't go and find my way inside to the Enchanted Garden. And I'm hoping that I can capture this. It's always a little bit tricky when you're filming at night, because you've got to play with different settings on the camera to try to, get the best shot. But as the saying goes, we will see. Well, as the other saying goes, let the show begin. And I'm at the entrance to the Enchanted Garden, and you can hear the waterfall right behind me. Look at that. Oh, this is going to be wonderful. This really is going to be a wonderful way to spend a Saturday night. Just beautiful. All right, let's go in, and they mark your pass, and you can come in and out if you want to go back out and get yourself a little bit of gelato or maybe a burger or even a pizza. But right now, I want to go see the Enchanted Garden, as do all these little kids. This really is this really is something that is appreciated by the children. And the children just up ahead, they have their shoes all lighting up, which is going to add to the lights on display here in the garden. So we'll be back in just a moment. Here's a view looking down at the entrance, and I'll give you a nice view looking out onto the lawn area there. So there's all your vendors. So let's go check out the gardens. Well, here we go, and I am just about to begin the journey into the Enchanted Garden. As I do, there's a board here where you can take a nice picture for a memory, and perhaps before I leave, I'll stop and get my own picture. And they've got different sound effects playing. I don't know if I can share some of these beautiful flowers with you, but take a look at some of these here. Look at how beautiful that is. Just all types of these gorgeous flowers. And the fragrance is just really wonderful. Look at all of those. I'm not sure what those are called. Perhaps I'll take a guess and say they're hanging orchids. Perhaps that's what they are. So we're going to go on in, and I had to switch over to my GoPro camera. I brought both just in case. And look at this entrance here. Really beautiful. Boy, and I hear water running down below. Oh, this is magnificent. Look at that. Just gorgeous. All right, so on we go. Just up ahead is this interesting display. You can hear the music coming out. Look at that. Very cool. Quite a interesting display. Trying to give you a nice full view of it if I'm able to. Something like that. Listen to that. There's your full view right there. Very nice. And it would appear that the camera's filming it quite nicely as well. Just up ahead of these trees here, and they're being lit up as I walk along. Look at that. I was actually here earlier today, and kind of interesting to see this, or these gardens at nighttime as opposed to walking through here during the day. Get some of these trees. And they have interesting sound effects as you're walking through as well. You just gotta love Australia. Well, I'm not quite sure what to make of this, but I'm assuming that these would be dinosaur eggs making this noise as you walk by. It certainly looks like big eggs, and in a moment perhaps you'll see them lit up with the light coming around. Here comes the light. Look at that. Those can only be little dinosaur eggs. They're not little. They're not little by any stretch of the imagination, but it's definitely a nest. You can see the eggs sitting on a somewhat of a nest there. All right, on with the tour. And I have found my way to the Fern Gully Bridge, and it says gross load limit 2 tons, so I think probably Skip Smith would probably have to cross this by himself. But the Fern Gully Bridge is 82 meters long and is constructed from structural steelwork and Australian hardwood. The largest span of 15 meters extends over the lake below. The random angles of the supporting columns reflect the varied nature of the trees within the parkland. So, look at this. Very nice. Actually quite beautiful. Boy, Brisbane is just full of wonderful surprises, whether it's the South Bank or the Botanic Garden. It really is a beautiful and special city. I have found my way under the Fern Gully Bridge, and oh, listen to the sounds. They've got a fog machine going on down below to give it a really interesting effect. Look at this. Oh, it's beautiful. Just beautiful. That really is something nice. Wow. Just gorgeous. I walked these very same steps earlier today, and it really takes on a whole different beauty at nighttime. Look at that. Now I don't know how well you'll be able to see this, but they've got these lights randomly going through these palms here, and it actually looks quite cool. Here's another view from the other side of the walkway. They've got like a fog machine down below. Very nice. And all types of interesting sound effects. Really put a lot of thought into this. You did a really nice job. This only runs about 4 weeks out of the year. And it is something special. And the price of admission is free. Imagine that. Continuing along, the boardwalk here is nicely lit up. You got the mist coming up. And here you have a interesting pattern going on the floor. Look at that.
Baby, look at the light from the ground.
Wow. Made my way down to the lake, and interestingly enough, you see the fountain there, which is beautiful in and by itself, but the camera is picking up a flashing on the lights, and the lights aren't actually flashing. They're solid, but the camera is kind of adding that effect, which is rather cool, to be quite honest with you. Really is nice. See if I can't adjust the settings on the camera just a little bit. There you go. Look at that. That's some stock footage right there. Beautiful. With the backdrop of the city and the music. And just on the other side of the lake is the exit for the Enchanted Garden. So that would be your tour of the Enchanted Garden here in beautiful Brisbane, Queensland, Australia. And there was a little bit of a light show going on just across the way. I saw a dancing frog on the opposite side of the lake, and maybe actually there you can see. If I just come around, maybe you can see it. There's a, I don't know how well you can actually see that. It's like a dragonfly right there. Perhaps in the editing I'll be able to zoom in. But they had a dragonfly. I saw some jumping fish. I'll probably change it here momentarily. And then there were some, there you go, there's a little lizard going across, if you can make that out. Alright folks, I hope you enjoyed this, hope you enjoyed the beautiful Enchanted Garden here in Brisbane. Have a wonderful evening.